Good afternoon from Carson Park in Eau Claire. Zaleski Sports presents non-conference baseball. The matchup today, the Wausau East Lumberjacks out of the Wisconsin Valley Conference against the Eau Claire North Huskies out of the Big Rivers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up here in the press box by former Memorial coach Dave Sparger. And Spargs, we saw these two teams play in a regional final last season. And it was the Huskies outlasting the Lumberjacks by a score of 3-2. North then went all the way to the sectional final. Suffice to say that both teams are different as we start this 2026 campaign.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, right? Just a bunch of new kids getting an opportunity. And you start here with the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Had a chance to talk to Coach pregame, and he just flat out said that, hey, I've got 9 brand new starters here this year. And so there's going to be a lot of that inexperience at the varsity level. These kids have played a lot of baseball. That's one thing he did stress. He goes, hey, they've played a lot of baseball in their background. It's just not at the varsity level yet. So it's their turn, and he's looking forward to giving them that opportunity. Eau Claire North, kind of a mix. They do have some guys returning. They've got a lot of their arms back from last year, but some different guys than the offense. And that's kind of something North is going to rely heavily on as their pitching and defense, and then see what happens with their offense as they go along.
Yeah, a lot of familiar names on that North Huskies roster. They'll go with Mason Brusewitz on the mound today, Sparks, and we've seen him over the last couple of years. He's a guy that just pounds the zone, throws strikes, works fast.
Yeah, Bruiser had a great season last year. He was one of the top pitchers in the Big Rivers Conference as a junior. Like you said, we saw him as a sophomore and junior. Just did a great job of owning the zone. He just didn't walk anybody. He made everybody earn it, and that really benefited him with throwing strikes. And that's obviously what the Huskies are looking for today. He's their number one guy this year. He's got to own that mound. He's got to take that ball and really shove for 5-6 innings to get this team going.
Tyler Barrows back with the Huskies. He had that elbow injury sustained his junior year on the basketball court, so he did not play baseball for the Huskies last spring. He is back in center field. Levante Bean, who was injured during his previous seasons, is still in left field for the Huskies playing with a knee brace. Takes away some of his speed. But with those two guys, and he throwing Matthew Poppy out there in right field, Coach Jordan Fish likes the defensive ability of his outfielders.
Yeah, he just flat out said those guys can go get it. Probably the fastest outfield he's had. And hopefully, like you talked about, hopefully Levante Bean doesn't have that side effect of having where that brace slow him down, because, boy, that is so important to his offensive skills when he bats. He just wants to put that ball in play and beat everything out. So we'll see how that progresses.
Here's the batting order for Wausau East. Leading off and playing right field, Maverick Ekstrom. Batting second is the catcher, Gage Stockwell. Cam Rye will bat third and play third base. Batting fourth, the pitcher, Logan Glavinsky. DH Zach Pearson will bat fifth. Ethan Lopno bats sixth and plays first base. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Kyler Barth. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Tyler Stashak. And batting ninth is the center fielder, James Dennis. Peter Winter will play shortstop today for the Lumberjacks. He is not in the initial hitting lineup. Eau Claire North's defensive lineup, we mentioned Mason Brusewitz on the mound. McCabe Tessing-Ritter is his catcher. Over at first base, Cameron Buckman. Cashton Kynes is the second baseman. You got Landon Connect over at third, and Zach Shipman is the shortstop. Outfield, left to right, Levante Bean, Tyler Barrows, and Matt Poppy. Game time temperature, a brisk 43 degrees, but the good news, Spargs, is we have very little wind today and the sun is out. And you know the drill. You coached for such a long time, Spargs, that you're going to get games early in the season where it's going to be cold, and then sometimes the next week you'll get a game that's going to be, in the 80s, and it's going to be humid. And when you play baseball in the springtime in Wisconsin, you have to be ready for all weather conditions.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the advantages, obviously, is they've been able to get outside a little bit in these conditions. I think the snow has gone enough for them to use their practice fields and facilities outside, so they've kind of gotten used to this type of weather early in the spring. But, again, it's one of those things you'll have to see. And once you take that field and actually play a game, if it's been able to carry over.
Right now at Carson Park, our national anthem. Eau Claire North Huskies wearing the black jerseys today, the Columbia blue lettering, numerals, and trim, the white pants, the black caps with the white front and the black bill. Wausau East wearing the red jerseys today with the white pants and the red caps. Sparks, keys to the game for each of these teams.
Well, for the Huskies, they're going to rely heavily on that pitching. We talked about that. Not necessarily Bruiser going the full game, but he'll certainly throw 3-4 innings, and then they'll go to maybe get some other guys some innings. But that's one of their strengths, right, in the pitching and their defense. They're going to rely heavily on just making plays, and that's what North has to do to be successful. Just throw strikes and make plays. For Wausau East, is get the ball in play, right? Make them have to field it, make them do things, try to get yourself to put pressure on the defense. And then in same turn, when they get out there on defense, they've also got to have their pitcher throw strikes and make the routine play, make it happen.
East, as we mentioned, had quite a bit of roster turnover on top of that today. A couple of their veterans not with the team, so that makes things a little bit more challenging for head coach John Winter. But as you said, he's real positive about the fact that he's got young guys on the roster. They're guys that have played a lot of baseball.
Yeah, he's excited about just giving those kids that opportunity. He talked about setting their own trail now after these two successful seasons they've had over there at Wausau East. Now it's time for these guys to set their own, blaze their own trail, as he was saying. But again, you look at that lineup. Wausau East has got 4 sophomores, 4 seniors, and a junior in that lineup. So they're going to be a little young. And if you look over at the Huskies, their program shows not a single freshman or sophomore on a team. It is all juniors and seniors.
Mason Brusewitz looking in for the sign. First pitch coming at 4:33 p.m., and it's a strike on the outside corner. We are underway. Glad you're with us on Zaleski Sports, the start of a brand new high school baseball season. Sparks, I don't know about you, but just coming to Carson Park, it's just a thrill.
Every time. It doesn't matter how many times we've been here. I obviously was here in 1988 was my first year up here at Carson Park and coaching and doing stuff like that. And it never gets old. It's just absolutely a great feeling of just being in this historic park.
0-2 pitch from Brusewitz. Mav Ekstrom won't chase. That's the Brusewitz MO. Just get the ball and throw.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around, does he? There's 3 fastballs, 2 for strikes, and 1 just off the edge. Came right at him again.
Ekstrom retired on strikes. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Gage Stockwell, the catcher.
Brad, we haven't had a chance to even talk about these brand new dugouts here at Carson Park this year. Absolutely a great job of reconfiguring and making them larger and much more enjoyable for the players to use.
They are Major League Baseball style dugouts in terms of the size and with the steps and just the storage capabilities you have, place to stash the helmets, place to put the bats. It's really nice. 1-0 pitch coming from Brusewitz. Yeah, part of a renovation plan that will continue when the baseball season is done. The next phase will be to replace the bleachers on each side and put more permanent seating there. Swing and a miss by Stockwell. Of course, we got the new scoreboard and the video board last year.
That's right, we got that last year at the end of the high school season, yep.
.319 down the line in left field, 302. Look at that short porch out there and right with the fan deck. Plenty of room in left center and right center. And you look at the outfield where they're positioned right now. They're reasonably shallow.
Yeah, I would say they're shallow. They're going to make Wausau East earner doubles or something over their head, that's for sure.
And that one clipped Gage Stockwell, so hit by pitch. Lumberjacks have their first base runner of the game, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Cam Rye. Make your home elite. Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin specializes in roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, additions, remodels, decks, garages, and new home construction. Make your home elite with Elite Exteriors. Stop in today and see them in Fall Creek. First baseman Cam Buckman will hold the runner, Stockwell. And Cam Rye will step in.
Cam Rye, one of those sophomores, hitting there in the 3-hole.
Yeah, it's a good mix. Seniors, juniors, a couple sophomores, a couple freshmen on that East roster. That pitch missing outside. Sparks, I was going to ask you, when you were a coach and you had to play cold weather games, what would you tell the guys as far as preparing to play in chilly weather like we have today?
Just got to layer it up, right? You've got to make sure you got stuff underneath. And I like to see their arms covered, especially on a day like today. Long-sleeved, stuff like that. Just more of a protection, just try to keep the heat in as best as possible. I'll tell you, you and I coming up here, we thought, oh, boy, this is going to be chilly. It's not that bad today.
Yeah, I think the key is the wind.
Yeah, absolutely. You got nice sunshine going. And
there's a strike from Bruzewicz, 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, the other part, it's the first game of the year. The adrenaline's going to be going. Especially if you're a senior on one of these two teams, you're just so happy to be outside and playing, and to play in a facility like this one. And boy, this will get you going for this baseball season. Looking forward to it. We got some high-end players in the Big Rivers Conference this year. Big cut there by Glavinsky. Or check that by Rye. Glavinsky waits on deck. Preseason polls, for whatever it's worth, Hudson Raiders ranked 2nd in the state in Division I, so they look to be the top team in the Big Rivers. Defending sectional champions. In fact, they beat the Huskies in the sectional final last year.
Yeah, a real solid program. They've really brought that along over the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, 2 Division I recruits leading the way. That's a good place to start. Runner goes.
Foul ball.
Stockwell will head back to first base. I think a lot of programs are feeling pretty good. River Falls with head coach Ryan Bishop has built a really nice program.
Always solid, absolutely.
New Richmond has made leaps and bounds since rejoining the Big Rivers. Chippewa is always solid, always got some good hitters and a couple guys that can throw. And then you throw North Memorial in the mix. Swing and a miss. And Bruzewicz has his 2nd strikeout of the first inning. That'll bring up pitcher Logan Glavinsky. Chance to help his own cause.
See if Coach Winters here wants to get the runner in motion here to get things going.
Zach Pearson waiting on deck for the Lumberjacks. Runner goes. Throw down from Tessing Ritter. Had a good release, did Tessing Ritter, and then the ball kind of tailed on him. Wound up to the left side of second base. But Barrows was backing that one up. It's a ball and a strike to Glavinsky and a stolen base for the courtesy runner. Where's number 2, who's not in our roster? We'll try to get that name for you. We got a runner in scoring position for Glavinsky. You got fooled on that pitch. Glavinsky wouldn't chase that offering from Mason Bruzewicz. Count is even 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner at second.
Bruce's got to come after him here now with a fastball, 2-2 count. Does not want to run this full.
Line to right.
Could be trouble. Oh.
And fair ball. Boy, good piece of hitting that time by Glavinsky.
Yeah, just fouled by about 3 feet there.
He tries to pull that, and that's just going to be a little roller to the left side. Instead, he went with that outside pitch. He's just trying to hit that soft liner out to right, but couldn't keep it fair. Count remains 2-2. Levinsky gets a piece of that one.
Yeah, he's hanging tough. He's got 2 strikes on him, doing a good job, just trying to stay alive. Like you talked about before, just put it in play and see what can happen.
Ashton Kynes, the second baseman, Zach Shipman, the shortstop, trying to keep that runner close down there at second.
Good breaking
ball, strike 3 called. Bruzewitz strikes out the side, strands a runner in the process. Huskies coming to bat. Bottom of the first. When we return, you're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
When you need to look your best, leave it to My Salon and Plum Street Boutique, providing hair care for the whole family. Check out their new fashions for spring. That's My Salon and Plum Street Boutique in Fall Creek. North Huskies batting order looks like this. Levante Bean will lead off and play left field. Batting second, the center fielder, Tyler Barrows. Zach Shipman will play shortstop and bat third. Cam Buckman will bat cleanup, play first base. Batting fifth, the catcher, McCabe Tessing-Ritter. Pitcher Mason Bruzewitz bats sixth. Ashton Kynes will play second base and bat seventh. Batting eighth, Landon Connect, the third baseman. Matt Poppy, the right fielder, bats ninth. Logan Glavinsky on the mound for Wausau East. Gage Stockwell is his catcher. Ethan Lopno over at first. Tyler Stashak at second. Cam Rye at third. Peter Winter is the shortstop. Outfield left to right, Kyler Barth, James Dennis, and Maverick Ekstrom. Levante Bean steps in. And again, you can see that brace that he is wearing on his left knee as he takes first base. But at least watching the infield and outfield practice by the Huskies, still runs well.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if it changes his style of play at all.
Well, he does so much as a leadoff hitter, puts so much pressure on the opposition. You can take a look at the third baseman, Cam Rise, sneaking up.
Well, look at your middle infielders. They're halfway.
Yeah.
I mean, this is normally double play depth, right? You got to cheat in to get to it quicker. They know that any kind of ground ball, you have got to hurry to get it to first.
Glavinsky's pitch misses outside, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, you don't want to put him on with a walk. That's just too many free rides for a guy with those kind of wheels.
And it's a walk. DeLevante Bean and the Huskies have their leadoff hitter on, and that'll bring up Tyler Barrows. Yeah, a lot of guys in this North roster, Bean, Barrows, Shipman, Tessing, Ritter, Connect, multi-sport athletes for the Huskies.
Yeah, we've called their names a lot through the season. It's been fun to watch them play everything.
Barrows pulls back the bat there, showing bunt. Well, that takes a real commitment, too. It just basically means you're busy year-round. But credit to all those guys for doing that and really enhancing the high school experience. Barrows gets the bunt down. Rye Fields throws in time.
Well, a good job by Barrows getting that down. It was almost in self-defense as that fastball rode up and in on him. But, again, execution. Good job by the Huskies getting that bunt down, move the runner to scoring position.
So Bean is now at second base with one out. And here's Zach Shipman. Shipman, one of those multi-sport guys, quarterback on the North football team, starting guard on the basketball team, and now it's baseball season. He'll continue his baseball career in college at UW-Whitewater.
Yeah, UW-Whitewater, just an outstanding Division III program.
Warhawks will be here on Saturday to take on the UW-EC Blue Golds, who are off to a really nice start in their season.
Yeah, did they take all 4 from the Blue Devils or 3 out of 4? I can't remember what they did.
They did sweep.
Yeah, it was great, like you talked about.
Yesterday, so yeah, off to
great job with that program.
Yeah, just nice to have another opportunity for guys from the area to stay home, go to college, get a good education, and play some baseball. 1-1 pitch. And misses upstairs, 2-1. Field in really nice shape here at Carson Park. Considering we're not even to mid-April yet. Shipman to right. And it's past Ekstrom. Bean will get the green light. Nope, they're going to hold him. Shipman on his way to second.
Oh, dropped at second base.
Safe there, and Bean scores.
Well, East actually executed very well. Yeah, the ball ended up falling out in right field. It was a tough play as it was a sinking liner, but he turned and fired it into the cutoff to first baseman. A great throw. First baseman cut that and threw to second, and they had Shipman dead to rights going to 2, but unfortunately unable to hang on to the baseball with that slide. So that'll cost him also a run, like you talked about. Bean was held up at third until that ball got away at second base.
So it's 1-0 Huskies. Runner at second is Shipman, and now here's Cam Buckman. Buckman takes that one upstairs. It's 1-0. Pretty good lead for Shipman down there at second. Shortstop Winter cheating just a bit. Ball pops out of the mitt of Gage Stockwell. Shipman moves up. So North looking to do some damage early, already up 1-0. You get a runner at third and Shipman. 2-0 count to Buckman.
Yeah, Buckman's got to find a good pitch here. 2-0, something he can really drive. And a good take there to make it 3-0.
Up and in, 3 balls, no strikes.
He's your 4-hole hitter. I think Coach Fish is going to give him the green light if he really likes something. Again, Buckman just has to put this in play, and it should score Barrels from third. Excuse me. Should score Shipman from third.
3-1 now, the count on Buckman. Yeah, middle infielders are playing back. They're willing to concede a run.
Concede it, yep.
Trade that for an out.
Ooh, good cut on that one.
Count goes full on Cam Buckman. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Cam could certainly reach that short porch and right.
Popped up.
That's not going to get it done.
Cam Rye, the third baseman, makes the catch in foul territory.
What a nice pitch right there, Brad. Get it on in his hands right there.
Yeah, that one kind of rode inside on Buckman. So it's going to leave it up to McCabe Tessing-Ritter, the catcher.
Levinsky's got a chance to work out of this with only one run. That would be damage control if he can do this.
Infielders can play back now. Breaking ball, missing a little bit upstairs. It's 1-0. Levinsky took something off of that pitch, and Tessing-Ritter swung over the top. Ball and a strike. Huskies would love to get another run across here. Catching the inside corner. Levinsky's got Tessing-Ritter in a 1-2 hole right now.
Yeah, if you can come back, execute that pitch again, that'll be tough.
That one gets to the backstop. And another run scores as Shipman crosses the plate. It's 2-0 Huskies.
Yeah, that hurts. You've got 2 strikes on the batter, and you got a chance here with one more pitch to get out of the inning with just one run, and you get that wild pitch that scores Shipman easily.
Yeah, it's a couple pitches that have just kind of gotten away from Glavinsky. Stockwell was able to get his glove on both of them, but really didn't have much chance at all at pulling those back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball, little roller, tough play. Winter, the scoop, the throw, that bounces away. And fortunately for East, that ball hit Tessing-Ritter.
Yeah, it's going to go down as an infield single right there. That slow roller was going to be a tough play.
So we'll get a courtesy runner. That'll be number 16, who is not on our roster, Sparks. Mason Bruzewitz comes to bat.
It says courtesy for the catcher is going to be Aiden Schoonover.
Okay, we'll go with that. Aiden Schoonover is our runner at first. Want to know count to Bruzewitz. Two 2-0 now to the Huskies pitcher. And just picked up a little bit, blowing right to left here at Carson Park. Nice lead for Schoonover. Huskies 2 runs across already, looking to keep this inning going. Another pitch that misses way outside. 3-0 now to Bruzewitz.
Boy, you think back just a couple of minutes ago, he was 1 pitch from getting out of this inning. Then he uncorks that wild pitch, infield single, and now he's 3-0 on the next batter. This inning is getting long and a lot of pitches.
Here's a strike, 3-1. Yeah, 2 hits. You had a walk, an error, pass ball, and a wild pitch. All adds up to 2 runs. Huskies have the early lead here at Carson Park. Three balls, 1 strike. Bruzewitz got a little pop in the bat. He sends one to right, long run, Ekstrom, and he's not going to get it. It's going to be a double for Mason Bruzewitz.
Dropped it just inside the foul line. One of those seeing eye doubles down the line. Get another courtesy runner here for the pitcher now.
That's going to be Nick Tyson. So scoon over the runner at third. Nick Tyson now at second base. Inning continues. Here's Cashton Kynes. Second baseman looking to add to this North lead. That hit by Bruzewitz, the classic case of hitting them where they ain't. It's a long run for Ekstrom. He just couldn't get there.
Good stop there by the catcher.
Stockwell has had to work behind the plate this half inning.
Kynes, a big opportunity here now. A little base knock will score 2 and really put the Huskies up front here 4-0 if he can come through.
Yeah, you've got good wheels on the base pass. Count even 1-1. Yeah, Glavinsky's been throwing the ball well. It's just the control hasn't been there. It just hasn't had that consistency.
Good breaking ball right there. Now he's ahead 1-2.
Right on cue. Yeah, I think his stuff is good. Throws hard. He's got a nice little breaking ball. It's just, early season you got to kind of trust that stuff, and wanted to get that outside corner there, just missed. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I like it though. That's a good pitch right there. 1-2. You bring that fastball, try to catch that outside corner. Just missed it. Now he's got to come back though and challenge him.
And he hits him. Inning continues. Huskies have him loaded now for Landon Connect.
Kind of what you said, though, right? He threw 2-3 really good pitches of that breaking ball for a strike. Comes to that fastball, just misses the outside corner, and then he uncorks a pitch that hits the batter. So just that consistency early is just not there.
They're loaded up for Landon Connect. Little roller to short. Peter Winter charges, bobbles, throws it away. 2 runs will score, and the Huskies add to their lead.
Going to be an E6 on that play. As he had a chance to get him at 1 and kind of bobbled the roll, and then he threw it away. So it may not have been the single they were looking for, but put it in play, right? Put the pressure on the defense, make them have to make a play, and they were unable to, so 2 more runs for the Huskies.
Sparks, you took the words right out of my mouth. Put the ball in play.
Yep.
And as a longtime high school coach, if your pitchers throw strikes, your defense makes routine plays, and your hitters put the ball in play, you're going to win your share of games.
Absolutely. And we talked about just here in the first inning, there's been 2 plays, 2 errors that's 2 outs that they could have had. They had that nice job of cutting that play off to home and throwing behind the runner at second base. Should have been caught. Should have been the out right there. Right here, same thing. Ground ball to short. Can't quite handle it. Misplays it, and then he throws it away for 2 runs. So really they've kind of given the Huskies about 5 outs this inning.
Conference on the mound is over, and I think that was a group conference to talk to everybody. One, you want to get your pitcher just to kind of focus on the next hitter and, kind of remind them, hey, you're throwing the ball well. Just do what you need to do, and then let your infielders get a little bit of a reset there.
Yeah, absolutely, right. Yeah, bring them in, just calm them down, say, hey, relax, make the next play.
Here's Matthew Poppy, the 9th guy to come to bat this inning for the Huskies. Landon Connect able to swipe second base. So
yeah, they weren't even holding him on. They were not going to worry about him with 2 outs.
Once again, the Huskies have 2 runners in scoring position. Count 0-1 now to Poppy. Big cut, got a piece of it, but finds himself now in an 0-2 hole.
Well, again, we go back to that pregame talk with head coach John Winter of Wausau East, and again, inexperience, right? New guys, new time, new positions. None of these guys were starters last year. So, again, they're just going to get their feet wet and try to figure this out as they go. Good pitch.
Strike 3 called to Poppy. Huskies leave a pair on, but they do score 4 times on 2 hits. And after one complete, your score, Eau Claire North 4, Wausau East 0. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at Eau Claire Realty. They have a pulse in the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds, plus they can assist you through each step of the process. That's the Jesperson Group at Eau Claire Realty. Top of the second inning here for the Wausau East Lumberjacks, and they will send up Zach Pearson, Ethan Lopno, Kyler Barth to face Mason Bruzewitz, who allowed one base runner on a hit by pitch, but struck out the side, 2 swinging, 1 looking.
Did have to sit quite a while there as the Huskies put up those 4 runs. We'll see how he bounces back here for inning number 2.
5, 6, 7 in this Lumberjacks batting order. We had a nice chat with John Winter, the East coach, prior to the game, and we came to find out that he wants student taught at over Eau Claire Memorial.
Yeah,
proving that the world gets smaller literally every single day.
Yeah, that was a great connection, thinking back to when he was a player down at La Crosse Central. He did his student teaching in 95, or played in 95 down there at Central, then came to Eau Claire Memorial for his student teaching. So it goes back to the old former coach, Casey Eckert, way back in the day, and coached with him and helped out. So, yeah, the connections are wild.
And strike 3 called. 4 strikeouts already by Bruzewitz. He's picking up right where he left off last season.
Yeah, we talked about it. Strike thrower. And there again, he's going to pound the zone, make Wausau East use it.
Here's Ethan Lopno, the first baseman. Hey, you know what you're going to get with Bruzewitz. He's, like I said, he works fast. He throws strikes, mixes pitches. He's the kind of guy that if you're a fielder, you love playing behind.
Isn't that the truth?
How fast he works.
Yeah, especially today, right? You're a little chilled out there, a little cool. You want to keep moving, keep the game going, and you're right. He's going to make that happen. And again, he's not a guy that's upper 80s velocity. He's not going to blow you away with the gas, but throws hard enough to get it by you because he's got all those other pitches.
That one a little low. It's 1-2. I had to reach back for a little bit extra on that one. Fastball missing inside. Lifted in the air to center field. Long run. Tyler Barrows can't make the catch. Throw comes in, cut off by Shipman, but we get a 1-out double. Ethan Lopno.
Wow, he tattooed that one. Lopno really got a good piece of that in the deep center field. Barrows a little disappointed himself. He actually got a little leather on that one, chasing that one down, unable to bring it in. So good hit there for the double.
So for a second inning, East gets a runner down to second base with one out. That'll bring up Kyler Barth, the left fielder. Swing and a miss for strike one. Again, Shipman trying to keep the runner close down there at second. There's a strike right at the letters, and it's 0-2 now to Barth.
Yeah, tough pitch like you talked about, inside and up right around the hands. That would have been tough to handle. Good pitch right there.
Tried to get him to chase that time. Barth wouldn't offer. It's 1-2. Four 0 Eau Claire Northeast. Trying to get one across here in the top of the second. Strike three called.
Well, right down Central Avenue on that one.
That's 5 strikeouts now for Bruzewitz. The last 3 have all been looking. Tyler Stashak is coming to the plate. You know, that's another challenge, Spargs, early in the season where, you know, you've been hitting in the cage. You haven't seen a ton of live pitching. And you got to face the other team's ace, who's throwing strikes and mixing his pitches. That is a challenge.
Well, like you said, Bruzewitz is that. He's that senior. He's been a varsity pitcher for now his 3rd season. He knows what he's doing on the mound. He's going to be a tough one to challenge him, compete against right here.
Ball on a strike now. Stashek. That one missing upstairs. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss.
A little tardy on that fastball. Bruzewitz getting to buy him.
And the other part of the challenge now for the hitters is now they're standing in the shade at home plate. And Bruzewitz and all the fielders are out there in the sunlight. 2-2 pitch. That one skips away from Tessing Ritter, the catcher, who can't find it. Lopno moves up to third on the wild pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Huskies will get some action going in their bullpen. Got a lefty starting to get loose out there. Bouncing ball to second. Scooped by Kynes. The throw over to Buckman is in time. Lumberjacks threaten, do not score. Huskies coming to bat, bottom 2 when we return. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
And then the other error was the Shipman at second base. Should have been out.
Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com, member FDIC. It is a new year. Make it a new you with help from Balanced Health by Dana, offering hormone replacement therapy and customized medical weight loss programs. It's a new year. Time to improve your overall well-being. Go to balancedhealthbydana.com today for more information. Top of the order for the North Huskies.
Well, it's always nice when you can get your second at-bat in, right? You always feel more comfortable each at-bat. How about the Huskies getting their second at-bat in the second inning?
Yeah, sent 9 guys to the plate in that 4-run bottom of the first inning. So Bean, Barrows, and Shipman. Bean reached via the walk. Takes a strike there. Bean, the right-hander, stands up in the box, fairly close to the plate. Big swing and a miss.
Good breaking pitch there. Like we said, we've seen some good pitches from Glavinsky. Just maybe he find that consistency here in the second inning.
Yeah, we're going to get a little action in the Wausau East bullpen as well. Bean pokes one to right.
That's going to get by him.
Ekstrom will play it on a hop. Gets that one in quickly. It's a single for Levante Bean.
Good job of guarding the dish. 0-2 pitch. Just slapped it out there to right field. Good job defending the plate there and making something happen.
Here's Tyler Barrows coming to bat. Last time he was up, he dropped down a sacrifice bunt to get Bean down to second base.
Yeah, I don't see that coming this time. They're going to let him have his swings. And there it is.
How about a short Winter to second, but they throw it away. And now Bean on his way to third. So Barrows aboard at first on the error.
Well, that's the first time we've seen Levante Bean really take off, and he does have a little hitch in that giddy-up. So that might slow him down a little bit with all the stealing bases he's so good at.
Here is Zach Shipman. Singled and scored in that 4-run first. We'll see if Barrows is on the move here.
Yeah,
Barrows runs well.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He will be on the move either first or second pitch.
Pitch misses outside to Shipman.
Again, if I'm Coach Fish, I am putting pressure on their defense. They've struggled so far this game, making the right plays. So this might be one of those opportunities again to try to steal, create that first and third situation.
3 errors already for Wausau East. Runner goes.
And they're just going to eat it. Yep, there's second pitch. He took it.
So now it's second and third, nobody out. Shipman with a chance to knock in some runs.
Yeah, I don't think you want anybody else up but Shipman in this situation.
You got the lefty-righty matchup. Came up empty that time. 2 balls and a strike. Another good pitch from Glavinsky. Came up and in to Shipman, who looked like with that swing he was looking for something over the plate. Little roller. Cam Rye, the scoop. And that throw gets away.
And
you're going to call that one a foul ball. They say it hit
okay.
the batter Shipman as he was.
Okay, I did not see that, Brad. Did you see that?
I did not. No, I did not.
It obviously had a very strange spin when it came off, but I just thought it was cued off the end of the bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I guess if you're Wausau East, you're not complaining about that
no,
call, are you?
You'll take that one. Ripped, but foul. We had a spectator down there into the bleachers. It had to be heads up that time. That ball was ripped. Swing and a miss.
Good change of pace right there. Good location.
Shipman down on strikes. And here's Cam Buckman. Buckman popped out to third baseman Cam Ryan, foul ground in the first. So you got to figure Buckman is ready to barrel up on a pitch here. Off-speed pitch missing. It's 1-0. North did have Gavin McMullen throwing. Now he's working with the Resistance Band out there in the bullpen area. Meantime, East has got a right-hander throwing in its bullpen.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Brewswitz at least goes 3. Kind of depends on the score, obviously, if they can blow it open. And East, obviously, Glavinsky's thrown quite a few pitches. He might be done after 2.
That one ripped, but foul. Buckman turning on that inside pitch. Well ahead of that one. Just a long, loud foul ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball missing.
That's the thing about early in the season. You really want to watch those pitchers' pitch counts. You really don't want to stretch them out too early here. You got to keep them down probably around that 50 to 60 mark, which I got a feeling Glavinsky is going to be at by the end of the second here.
Threw the curveball, but couldn't get it to break over that outside corner. It was a good pitch.
Yeah, he tried to backdoor that one and just missed. Ooh, stays alive.
Up the plate. The other thing with the chilly weather, it's sometimes for pitchers it's harder to get that good grip on the baseball.
It is. You've got to make sure that your hand stays warm so you can get that spin, right? You got to make sure you have that touch and feel.
3-2 pitch. Went upstairs. Buckman couldn't catch up, so back-to-back strikeouts for Glavinsky.
Yeah, how about that? You strike out the 3 and 4-hole hitter with guys on second and third, nobody out. Glavinsky, again, another nice job of finding those strikes when he needs them.
Yeah, doing his part to keep his team in the game. McCabe testing Ritter, singled and scored. And he takes a strike. Ground ball to short. Winter has got it. The throw is low and it gets away. 2 more runs will score 6-0. Eau Claire North. Kynes and Connect both score. And we'll get a courtesy runner again for the Huskies. Looks to be Aiden Schoonover. And Mason Brusewitz, the pitcher, the beneficiary of all this run support. 3 hits for the Huskies, combined with 4 errors by the Lumberjacks. Adds up to a 6-0 lead for North.
Yeah, and Glavinsky deserves better, right? I mean, he has thrown well, but he's having to get all these extra outs. We talked about the 2 or 3 extra outs in that first inning. Same thing here in the second inning. He should have gotten outs with no runs allowed and been 4-0 going into the third.
Runner goes. It's a good throw down, but it's a stolen base for Schoonover, who runs well. Pretty good throw from the catcher, Gage Stockwell. So again, the Huskies have a runner in scoring position. Brusewitz looking to tack on another run here. Bouncing ball up the middle. Winter has it, sets, throws. And the Huskies are retired, but they pick up 2 more runs. And after 2 innings, your score, Eau Claire North 6, Wausau East 0. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Hi, and welcome to Balanced Health by Dana. My name is Dana Besson, nurse practitioner for over 18 years, and I am here to help you achieve optimal health. Do you struggle with anxiety, unexplained weight gain, brain fog, joint aches or pains? I specialize in bioidentical hormone replacement therapy to help restore balance and achieve your overall well-being. Call or text me today. I offer free consultations. I offer in-person visits as well as virtual visits from wherever you are. Take the first step to feeling your best and call me today.
Tesson Ritter and Bruisewitz scored in the first.
Toyson Ford congratulates area student athletes on their accomplishments on and off the field. Toyson Ford, your community partner serving the Chippewa Valley. North Huskies scoring 4 times in the first, 2 more in the second. They've got a 6-0 lead over Wausau East. Mason Bruisewitz remains on the mound for the Huskies, and he has been sharp. 5 strikeouts. And he will face 9-1-2 this inning for Wausau East. James Dennis, Mav Ekstrom, Gage Stockwell.
James Dennis, one of those lefties, a sophomore. Again, they've got 10 sophomores starting today.
Yeah, it's a group that they feel good about. And it's a group that has had success at the lower levels, and now they'll have an opportunity to play.
Well, it's one of those groups that you just look to continue to develop, right? It's one of those things where you look where you are at the beginning of the year to where you end, and that's where you want to see the progression. It might be a tough start to the season. They may find their little bumps here and there, but if they can just keep getting better, it's all about by the time the end of the year, are they competitive and can take a chance at a playoff run?
Yeah, and when you're a sophomore playing with the older guys, it's a different dynamic. Oh, Bruisewitz painting the corner for another strikeout. 6 strikeouts for Bruisewitz. He's gone through the order once, now back to the top. Here's Mav Ekstrom, who struck out swinging.
Yeah, you can do everything indoors you want to prepare for the season. Live pitching, in the cage, doing all those kind of things. But until you take it to the field and actually see somebody like Bruisewitz bringing it, changing speeds and location, and a seasoned veteran that he is now, it's tough.
Like we were talking about, if you're a sophomore, again, there's that mental part of it where you don't want to let the seniors and juniors down. And sometimes you put way too much pressure on yourself to perform in those kind of situations. But again, it's just something you work towards, and I agree with you 100%. It's not exactly where you start. It's how you finish the season, and can you get better? Can you learn from the mistakes? Huskies continue to have Gavin McMullen throwing in the bullpen. Swing and a miss by Ekstrom. 2-2 count now.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Bruisewitz goes more than just these 3. A couple of reasons. One, he's throwing very well. He's got his pitches in, and they're up 6-0. Like, it might be time to go ahead and let somebody else finish this out.
Cameron Buckman in foul territory makes the grab. 2 down. That'll bring up Gage Stockwell. One of 2 base runners this game for East. He was hit by a pitch in the first, moved down to second base, but was stranded there. Huskies will be back here Friday. They'll play 2 against Superior. Those are games we'll have for you on Zaleski Sports. Weather permitting, of course. Haven't checked the forecast for later in the week today, but I know when I looked yesterday, there was a chance of some precipitation.
Oh, hit well to left.
Oh, a long run for Levante Bean. That ball drops fair on the warning track. Gage Stockwell has a stand-up double. Boy, he ripped that thing.
Yeah, Wausau East has 2 hits, both of them doubles, and both of them just absolutely tattooed.
So I'll bring up Cam Rye. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for the Lumberjacks. Cam Rye swinging a miss. Anders Bjerke is the runner down there at second. That one a little low. It's a ball and a strike now to Cam Rye.
Cam Rye, the sophomore third baseman, went down swinging his first at bat.
There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Wind has calmed down again here at Carson Park.
Boy, if you're Coach Winter, I think you just want these guys to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate. They seem to be taking a lot of strikes.
Throw back to second, but Bjerke back safely. One-two pitch from Bruzewitz.
Foul tip, but caught.
Good job by Tessing Ritter, and the Lumberjacks retired in the third, and they leave a runner down at second base. North Huskies coming to bat when we return. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. Speaking of fencing, Spargs, we were talking off air earlier. This is, I think, the earliest that we've had all the billboards put up on the outfield fence here at Carson Park.
Yeah, great job by Coach Varsho and his staff getting all this set and ready to go for early season baseball. Again, just the fact that you're playing at Carson Park on April 7th is hard to do. And, boy, it is up and it is running. It really looks nice.
7, 8, 9 in the North Huskies lineup. Cashton Kynes, Landon Connect, Matthew Poppy to face the right-hander Logan Glavinsky, who is starting his 3rd inning of work.
Yeah, we've talked about Glavinsky. Just has not really thrown that bad. Kind of been around the zone. He's made North put it in play, but unfortunately, the defense behind him has let him down as they have 4 errors after just 2 innings.
Ball and 2 strikes now to Ashton Kynes. Ground ball left side, and that's going to scoot through for a base hit.
Right through the old 5.5 hole. Little C&I single.
Ashton Kynes aboard for a second time today. He was hit by a pitch in the first. It'll bring up Landon Connect, who reached on an error back in the first inning. Good lead at first for Kynes. And a pitch from Glavinsky clips the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Huskies have been aggressive on the bases. Got a couple stolen bases already today. We'll see if Kynes is on the move.
There's another strike. It's 0-2. Connect now in a bit of a hole. Wouldn't chase that high pitch, and the count goes to 1-2. Outfield, medium depth in left and right. The center fielder, James Dennis, playing shallow. Poke to the right side. Long run for Stashek, the second baseman, and he's unable to make a play.
Yeah, a little infield single like you talked about. He was covering second base for the steal when that ball got put in play. He had a long ways to go for that one. Another infield single for the Huskies.
Yeah, even if he fields that, he does not have a play at first.
Yeah, exactly.
Connect runs well.
Yep.
Here's Matthew Poppy, rung up on strikes. His first at-bat.
But again, the Huskies doing what they need to, put the ball in play, make something happen. And they've been fortunate enough to get some of those infield singles.
Fouled at the plate. It's 0-1 to Poppy.
Interesting here how Coach Fish wants to bunt, and you're up 6-0 here in the bottom of the third. Usually that's a time you want your guys to go ahead and just swing away, get up some swings. But again, you might be playing more for the future, seeing if those guys can execute right now.
There's a bunt, and it's a good one, fielded by the catcher Stockwell. His throw is in time, but the runners move up. So Poppy is retired. Kynes moves to third, Connect to second, back to the top of the order, and here's Levante Bean. A walk and a single, 2 runs scored. And I'm with you, Sparks. It's not the typical strategy you'd see, but I think, yeah, you're right. He wants to see what guys are going to do in what situations.
And with that, second and third and just 1 out, Wausau East is going to bring their infield in to try to cut the run off at home.
Well, we're getting to that part of the game. It's a 6-0 game as we play in the third, and you got 2 runners in scoring position. You can start doing the math.
Yeah.
And Huskies can see a path to
10. Yeah, that 10-run
rule. 10 runs
exactly.
and ending this one in 5, and East is going to try to do anything they can to prevent that from happening. Lifted in the air to left field, and Barth isn't going to get it. Here comes Kynes. Connect will score. Levante Bean doubles in a pair of runs, and it's 8-0 Huskies.
Bean putting a charge into one, the leadoff hitter, showing a little bit of power to the gap.
So 2 runs batted in for Levante Bean. You know, one thing, you look at the center field, the flag out there in center, and it doesn't appear to be blowing that high, but you look at the pennants up here at the top of the press box, and wind is kind of swirling and blowing out a little bit. But Bean really hit that one on the barrel and sent that one out to left center, and nobody could catch up with it.
Well, that's the third one today that's really been hit, and it's been carrying. I think it's getting good juice off the bat, and like you talked about, that little bit of a breeze is just giving it some extra carry. It's getting over the outfielder's head today. But Bean, nice job as a leadoff hitter. He's been on all 3 times. Now 2 for 2.
Lifted in the air to center. James Dennis under it, makes the catch. Bean will tag. Close play. Bean is there. So Barrows moves up on that fly ball out. It'll leave it up to Zach Shipman. Single and a run scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second. So you got to figure Shipman wants to deliver an RBI here. Rolls that one foul down the first base side.
Levinsky, nice job changing speeds right there. Got him way out in front.
Breaking ball missing upstairs, 1-1 the count to Shipman. A right-hander continuing to throw out in that Wausau East bullpen. Connor Lemerand, yet another sophomore, warming up. Shipman, high in the air.
Will it stay in?
Third base side, and Cam Rye makes the nice catch. Huskies are retired, but they pick up 2 more runs. After 3 complete, your score, Eau Claire North 8, Wausau East 0. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Hey, Brian Butch called.
Brian Butch?
He really loves Abbey Bank, but he wants to work here.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. Let's let him try a few different jobs.
Let's get you that loan. Brian, buddy, you're really good at basketball, but maybe leave the banking to us.
Got a new pitcher for Eau Claire North, and it's the left-hander, Gavin McMullen. He's a junior. On in relief of the starter, Mason Bruzewitz, who was sharp, allowed just 2 hits through the first 3 innings. No runs, while striking out 7. So Bruzewitz got his work in. Now it's up to McMullen. And he will face 4, 5, 6 in this East batting order. Glavinsky, Pearson, and Lopnow.
Well, going back to Bruzewitz, like you said, he got his work in today. He's their ace. We talked about that. He went 3 innings, faced 12 batters, 7 strikeouts, gave up just the 2 hits, and 1 hit by pitch is what he did. Is the only free one he gave up today.
Yeah, he did what we've seen him do over the years. Works fast, throws strikes, attacks hitters. So Logan Glavinsky will lead it off. He was strikeout victim in the first inning. Struck out looking. Glavinsky is, speaking of getting his work in, and thrown a lot of pitches through 3 innings. And probably deserves a better fate. He has allowed 7 hits, but the Huskies also benefited from 4 Wausau East errors.
Gavin McMullen is a junior for the Huskies.
McMullen looks to be a hard thrower.
Yeah, just missing the outside edge right now. It falls behind 2-0.
Giving these East hitters a much different look than the right-hander Brusewitz. That one missing just a bit low, and it's 3-0. Huskies had him up throwing, and then he did some stretching with the resistance bands, and then he threw some more. But as you know, Sparks, it's a different deal when you go from the bullpen to the mound.
It is, and there's his first strike as he fell behind 3-0. So now he sits up there with a 3-1 count. Again, just wants to challenge the hitters, make them use it.
That one missing outside, and Glavinsky works the walk. So 1 on for DH Zach Pearson. He struck out looking to start the second. We'll get a courtesy runner for the pitcher Glavinsky. So Anders Bjerke will run for Glavinsky. Pearson takes lone inside. It's 1-0. That one misses. It's 2-0.
Yeah, this is tough. You're the Huskies coaching staff right now, and you bring in your number 2 pitcher. You're like, hey, we're up 8-0. You've got to throw strikes. You've got to pound the zone. And right now, he has thrown 6 balls and only 1 strike.
That one catches the corner. It's 2 balls and a strike. Kind of a close play over there at first base. It's McMullen, the lefty.
Yeah, not a bad move for him.
Yeah.
Again, something to work on. First game of the year. Keep that runner close.
Three balls and a strike now to Pearson. Bjerke, a little shorter lead at first. Now he takes an extra step. Swing and a miss. Pearson trying to drive that one. Came up empty. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here, top of the 4th. Chopper to second. Played on a hop by Kynes. And gets the out at first.
And that is the right play right there. Kynes opened up like he was going to go to second base. That would have been close. That would have been a bang-banger. He was smart. Just take the out at 1 and make sure you get 1 here. You're up 8-0. You just want to make sure you get those outs, easy ones.
So that'll bring up Ethan Lopnow. Lopnow had a double back in the second inning.
Yeah, he put a charge into one to center field.
Despite that, center fielder Barrows still playing pretty shallow. Again, Barrows runs exceptionally well, as does the left fielder Bean and the right fielder Poppy.
And Buckman, the first baseman's finally backed up. I don't know why he was in on the grass. You're up 8-0 with an out. You definitely want your infielders back and just getting it out here.
Poppy out there in right is shielding his eyes from the sun because this is that
It's
time
that
of the
night,
afternoon.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right. That is the Sun Field, folks. If you've ever been to Carson Park, right field, second base, first base, anything up in the air, it can be a challenge.
Yeah, all the guys on that side have got the sunglasses out because, yeah, you are looking into the sun. Lopno awaits the 0-2 pitch.
Good pitch.
Strike 3 called. McMullen came right after him. Froze him with that pitch inside, and they're 2 downs here in the 4th.
Well, a good fastball. He got the ride back inside and just made him give up on it. Good job connecting on that inside corner.
So that'll leave it up to Kyler Barth. Interesting, Sparks. This is the 4th consecutive inning that the Lumberjacks have gotten a runner down to second base.
Yeah, I have yet to come up with that big hit to score a run yet. But you're right, 3 innings, 4 innings in a row. Somebody at second base in scoring position waiting to be driven in.
Long look by McMullen. He's got his sign come set. That one just missed. Ball and a strike to Barth. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. That one just missed on the outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. Good patience up there by Connor Barth.
Yeah,
Kyler Barth. I mistake.
Yeah, Barth doing a nice job not chasing anything out of the zone. Got himself back into that 2-1 count.
Strike 2. McMullen 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Yeah, he's starting to feel that rhythm now up on the mound, throwing much better once he got through that first hitter. He's starting to pound the zone a little bit better here. Some good pitches.
Barth just staying alive, got a piece of that one. It was a good pitch. Breaking inside to the right-handed hitting Barth. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Hanging in there. Barth followed off another one.
So we'll do it again. Berkey, the courtesy runner down at second, gets his lead. McMullen's got his sign. Barth, check swing, just off the plate.
Barth thinks he's out, but he's not. That's how close that pitch was to the outside corner. Barth thought he got rung up, and actually the umpire was just signaling it just outside. Tough pitch to take right there.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And it's a walk.
Well, good battle there from Barth. Does a nice job working that into a walk.
So that'll bring up Tyler Stashik, the second baseman. He bounced out to Cashin Kynes, the north second baseman. Defensive swing there. 0-1 Stashik.
Good job at McMullen, though, getting ahead here. Always the key to pitching is trying to work ahead of the hitter, make them become defensive.
And the other part, Sparks, you're pitching with an 8-run lead.
Yeah, very true, right?
So you can attack guys, you can go after people and make them put the ball in play. Mariners get their leads at first and second. 1-1 pitch to Stashik.
Good pitch there, just blew it right by him. Yeah, it's amazing how much that correlates, the free pass to runs given up. There's such a 1-to-1 ratio now when you look at a game of how many walks you gave up in the game and how many runs you gave up.
Chop foul by Stashik. We'll do it again. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 down as we play here in the top of the 4th inning from Carson Park. Non-conference action. Eau Claire North Huskies going to get the season started on a good note. Looped into right field and down for a hit.
That'll score a run.
Bjerke waved around. He scores, and the
Wild
Huskies throw it away, and that will allow Stashik to get down to second base. So Bjerke, the courtesy runner, scores. Barth gets to third. Stashik moves up to second. So East with something brewing here in their half of the 4th.
Well, and there it is, right? You got 1 hit in the inning, but it scores a run because there was 2 walks ahead of that.
I'll bring up number 9 hitter James Dennis. 0 for 1. Struck out looking, but a chance to bring home a couple of runs here. McMullen delivers a strike. Little roller. Tough play. Kynes scoops, throws. They got him. Nice play. Cashton Kynes. Lumberjacks do pick up a run. Huskies coming to bat. Bottom of the 4th. Leading 8-1 when we return. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Welcome back to Carson Park as we head here to the bottom of the 4th. Score is now 8-1 the Huskies. as Wausau East was able to counter with one on the top of the fourth there. Speaking of Wausau East, they've got a new pitcher on the mound. That's going to be number 15, Connor Lemerand, a sophomore, will take over here in the fourth, as Logan Glavinsky went 3 innings, had 3 strikeouts, just 1 walk, gave up 7 hits and 7 runs, but only a couple of those were earned. We'd have to go back and look at that, but he definitely threw better than his 8 runs given up, as the Wausau East had 4 errors behind him. So as we add here to the bottom of the fourth, Huskies are bringing up 4, 5, and 6 to the order. Starting us off will be first baseman Cameron Buckman. Buckman has a fly out to the third baseman and a strikeout swinging so far in the game. So Buckman, the senior first baseman, comes in. Started off here in the bottom of the fourth. Lemerand with his first pitch. Gets the outside corner and gets ahead 0-1. Huskies looking to try to get 3 runs out of this inning if they can, to maybe push a 10-run rule here after 5. Next pitch is a little low from Lemerand. He'll run that count to 1-1. Buckman followed by Tessenritter on deck. That pitch again catches the outside corner. 1-2. Lemerand working ahead. Here comes your 1-2 pitch. That breaking ball stays outside. That'll run it to 2-2. Buckman's trying to find a way just to put this ball into play. The Huskies have done a nice job with that today, making the defense have to work. That pitch, the old 55-footer out in front of home plate, runs it full. Well, like I said, the Huskies have done a really nice job of putting the ball in play today, and in essence, you have made the Wausau East with 4 errors so far. Oh, a swing and a miss. You'll have to throw him out at first by the catcher. Nice job right there. So a good play right there behind the dish. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Now up McCabe Tessenritter, followed by Mason Bruzewitz on deck, with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, Huskies are up 8-1 here. Looking to tack on in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Tessenritter is behind him. Dominic, I was looking for the bull, seeing if you hit the bull here on the on deck spot, but coming back here, the 1-0 pitch. Outside, runs it to 2-0. Tessenritter ahead in the count now. Ground ball foul past third base. A little bit of a defensive swing there. It might have been an off-speed pitch, but something you want a little bit better hack on when you're sitting 2-0. So Lemerand gets back into the count. 2-1 right here now to Tessenritter. That one's low and inside. 3-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. And that one's going to be in the dirt also. Tessenritter draws the walk. So the runner on first, Mason Bruzewitz, coming to the plate. And we'll have that courtesy runner again for the catcher. And again, that'll be Aiden Schoonover. He's been busy today. Tessenritter's been on base all 3 times. So a runner on first here with one out. Mason Bruzewitz at the plate. Bruzewitz sitting, we had a double, and he's also grounded out short to first. So here comes the first pitch from Lemerand to Bruzewitz. That one's low and outside. We'll see if Coach Fish wants to put the Huskies in motion again. They've got a couple of stolen bases already today. Schoonover with a big lead at first. Lemerand catches the inside corner. Good pitch there with the fastball. Runs the count to 1-1. Here's your 1-1 pitch. Low again in the dirt. Again, Lemerand just a sophomore. Probably his first varsity experience, one would assume. Here's your 2-1 pitch. Hit hard and through the hole. Base hit for Bruzewitz to left field. Schoonover stops at second base. 2 aboard now for the Huskies here in the bottom of the 4th. As Bruzewitz picks up his second hit of the afternoon. And they're going to pinch run for him now. Coming in, Brett Williams, a senior, will take over for Bruzewitz. So Brett Williams will run at first base for Bruzewitz. But a good day for Bruzewitz as he is 2 for 3. So, Brad, we got bottom of the 4th, 2 on and 1 out.
Huskies continuing to put the ball in play, and that was something we talked about at the top of the broadcast. Play defense behind your starter.
Yeah, they've scored in all 3 of the innings so far. 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. And again, looking to tack on with the runners on here in the bottom of the 4th.
Again, they would like to get this done in 5 if possible. Sitting in a pretty good spot right now. Big cut that time by Kynes, comes up empty. 2 balls and a strike. Sparks, we got ourselves a pretty nice crowd here.
Yeah, that's something we never get a chance to see when we're up here in the bird's nest.
It took a little bit of a walk, and I was pleasantly surprised to see the folks that were here. Now, granted, there were a lot of wool caps, a lot of blankets.
Yeah, that's the thing about the grandstands. It's in the shade the whole time. You're going to not have a whole lot of heat back there.
3-1 pitch.
Connect waits on deck here after Kynes.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Cashton Kynes. He'll continue his at-bat.
Real good hack, though, on that 3-2 pitch. Not even a defensive swing. He was attacking that baseball.
Kynes grounds one down the line and just foul.
Yeah, kind of a jam job there. Caught it off the handle. Rolls it foul.
Lifted high in the air. Long run for Barth, and he makes the grab. A little bit of a juggling act, but
yeah, well, like you said, though, yeah, he really had to run a long ways. And the infield fly rule was not called because it was that indecision if it's going to be an infield or an outfield, so that's not going to be called. So he did come up and make a nice play, running a long ways for that one.
So here is Landon Connect. Been on base twice, reached on an error, singled and scored in the third when the Huskies tacked on their 7th and 8th runs of the day.
East again has an opportunity to get out of here without any runs scored. They've got 2 outs. Good
Swing
pitch.
and a mitch.
Lemoran
Nice
with
pitch
a
by
good one.
Lemoran
Yep.
there, Sparks.
Real nice outside corner. He's given up the walk and the 1 single, but other than that, he's done a good job of attacking those north hitters.
Tried to shoot that outside corner again, just missed 2-1. Strike on the inside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Lemoran is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. And if he's able to do that, that'd be the first scoreless inning for the Huskies.
And he does.
Puts one right on the outside corner. Huskies are retired. We move to the 5th inning with your score, Eau Claire North 8. Wausau East 1. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
New pitcher for the Eau Claire North Huskies. Cam Buckman moves over from first base. He'll take over on the mound. Brett Williams, a senior, who wears number 4. He is now at first base. Buckman, the 3rd pitcher to work today for the Huskies. Mason Brusewitz started with the first 3 innings. Gavin McMullen pitched last inning.
Yeah,
Gave
McMullen
up the 1 run.
Yep, he went 1 inning, faced 6 batters, struck out 1, walked 2, gave up the 1 hit, and gave up that run, and it was earned.
It'll be the top of the order. For the Wausau East Lumberjacks, Maverick Ekstrom, the right fielder, will lead off. Ekstrom 0 for 2.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks head coach John Winter, now 3rd time through, he just wants to see better plate appearances. You know, now that you finally got a couple under your belt here in this game, he just wants better approaches and get that ball put in play hard.
Well, they're still down in this game, although they did get a run last inning, and they kept the Huskies off the board in the bottom of the 4th. So you get a few things you can build on. And just try to get some chatter going in the dugout and see if you can't finish this game on a positive note.
Yeah, exactly. You finish strong your last couple of innings. No more errors. Get that ball put in play. See if you can tack on a few more runs. Like you talked about, just finish strong.
Bouncing ball left side. Connect has it. The throw a little low, but Williams with a nice stretch. That'll bring up Gage Stockwell. Stockwell's been on base twice. He was hit by a pitch in the first, doubled in the third.
Yeah, he had a deep one off the wall there and left his last time up.
Catcher for the Lumberjacks. He swung a good bat today. Ball and a strike now to Stockwell. Buckman had some time on the mound last year. Fairly hard thrower.
Yeah, again, we talked in the pregame, one of the strengths of the Huskies is their pitching and their pitching depth. They've got about 7, 8 pitchers that they feel they can go to.
And that's so important when you get to the conference portion of the season, Sparks, as you know, because you play those Tuesday, Thursday games, kind of a home and away. There's a hard ground ball, and it gets past Connect at third.
Yeah, a little base knock down the line. He's going to stretch this and try to go for 2.
Throw is low, and Stockwell gets the extra base. How about Stockwell? He's
couple
of
had doubles.
A good day at the plate.
I guess. 2 for 2, but been on all 3 times. A couple of doubles.
Yeah, ball took that kind of little bit of a skidded hop on the third baseman Connect, who got a little piece of it, but couldn't knock it down. It's going to bring up Cam Rye, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Stockwell is the catcher, but I think he took that throw and caught him in the face, but
so now we'll have a little bit of a conference at the mound. I think, yeah, it didn't look like he was coming out. Looks like he was just going to get a little bit of an attention down there. But yeah, you can see he's
took one in the face there off the mouth or maybe the lip there right there. You can see how he's maybe even his nose. He's got his head up. I think he took something there.
Yeah, so
but he is the catcher, so he could have a courtesy runner here.
So one of the trainers who's here at the ballpark has gone into that Wausau East dugout.
Boy, is that great to have on the field. Have those trainers that are supplied to the high school teams and always ready at the instant something happens like this. Boy, I remember back in the day that just wasn't the case, and it was always left to the coaches to try to figure out as they're trying to coach, and you got somebody hurt. But just a great thing they've done with that over the years is make sure there's somebody on site to take care of these athletes.
So Cam Rye comes to the plate, and Peter Winter, who began the game at shortstop for the Lumberjacks, will be the courtesy runner down there at second. Rye swings and fouls that one back. Eau Claire Memorial opening its season today at Wisconsin Rapids. That's a game you can catch on Zaleski Sports. Talking to East coach John Winter before the game, he thought Rapids might be a team that could actually challenge in the Big Rivers, in the Wisconsin Valley Conference.
Yeah, they've also had some good success the last couple of years. Been a strong program.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Good.
Strike 3 called.
Knee buckler right there.
Rye down on strikes for a third time today. That was a heck of a pitch from Buckman. Lemoran sends one deep to center, and it's over the head of Barrows. That's going to bring home a run. Play at second. Out.
The run will count, though, as that crossed first.
So the Lumberjacks pick up another run. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Carson Park with Eau Claire North now leading by a score of 8-2. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Connor Lemeron remains on the mound for the Wausau East Lumberjacks, and he is scheduled to face 9-1-2 in this North Huskies batting order. Matt Poppy, Levante Bean, Tyler Barrows, scheduled hitters. Doing a quick check of Eau Claire Memorial's opener on the road at Wisconsin Rapids. So far, so good for the Old Abes. They lead the Red Raiders 6-0. As they play in the top of the 6th inning. We won't get our first crosstown showdown until later in the season. Usually we'll play that one in the latter part of May, mid-May. Always a fun time at Garrison Park. Poppy comes to bat, 0 for 1 officially, put down a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat. That helped Huskies score a pair of runs in the third. Chops one foul off the fence facing of the new dugouts, which, again, I just can't get over how much that's kind of changed things there at Carson Park. Boy, what a great look. And very, very nice dugouts.
Yeah, it's hard to tell really from the grandstands or the bleachers how much better it is. I mean, it still looks like a dugout, but holy cow, you go around and take a look inside those, and like you talked about, it is professional grade.
Strike from Lemeron, and it's 1-2. Poppy, Bean, and Barrows. Ground ball. It's scooped by the third baseman. The throw across is in time. Nicely done over there. Poppy retired on the 5-3 putout for out number 1. That'll bring up Levante Bean. It's Anders Bjorky over there at third base now. Back to the top of the order for the Huskies, and it's Levante Bean batting with 1 out. Bean, a single, a double, 2 runs batted in, and 2 runs scored.
And I see Camden Rye has moved over to shortstop. Another change there for East.
No balls and a strike to Bean. Popped up on the infield, and it's going to be the catcher, Stockwell, making the grab. 2 outs here. The Huskies half of the 5th.
How about Lemeran? He's looking to go back-to-back innings, not giving up any runs after the Huskies scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third.
Well,
Excuse me, 2 in the third.
And we've talked about this, Sparks. It's just to find some positives. If you're East, you got this young group Find something that you can feel good about and that you can build upon when you get the guys together for practice tomorrow afternoon. You say, all right, we do more of these things, we're going to be in fine shape.
Yeah, they could have really folded the tents after those first 2 innings of 4 errors. But since then, they've played error-free. They've gotten some more hits up on the board, a couple of runs, and they're 1 strike away from back-to-back shutout innings.
Yeah, and this would be a 1-2-3 inning, something
they have not
done. Credit to the Huskies with those 8 hits. Barrow's looking to get something started for the Huskies. Takes that one outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hard hit ball right at the shortstop, Rye, who makes the grab. Barrows hit it hard.
Barreled it up, that's for sure. Hit a rope.
The Huskies are retired 1-2-3 in the 5th. 6th inning coming up. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Top of the 6th inning here at Carson Park. Eau Claire North leading Wausau East by a score of 8-2. East will send up 5, 6, 7 in its batting order. Zach Pearson, Ethan Lopnow, Kyler Barth, the scheduled hitters against the 4th pitcher for the North Huskies, and that'll be Brett Williams. Williams came into the game last inning to play first base when Cam Buckman got an inning's worth of work. Now Buckman back at first, and Brett Williams, the right-hander, is the pitcher.
Cam Buckman, he pitched that 1 inning, 4 batters, struck out 1, no walks, but gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 earned run.
Huskies did all their scoring in the first 3 innings, 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third. East picked up a single run in the 4th, a single run in the 5th. So Anders Bjerke will bat. Be his first at-bat today. Appeared as a courtesy runner and then came into the game to play some third base. Bjerke finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Yeah, it's been an opportunity for the Huskies to get a number of their pitchers some work. We'll see how, big swing and a miss. Huskies will have to get the put out at first, and they do. Good throw by Tessing Ritter. So Brett Williams records a strikeout. We'll see what Coach Jordan Fish does Friday when Superior comes here for a scheduled doubleheader.
Yeah, and that's another reason why you're just going these guys 1 inning. You know, Bruzewitz, he will probably not throw on Friday at all because he's got his work in. But you can come back with McMullen, Buckman, and Williams for Friday's game. Because, again, it's a double header.
You know, even though we're really early in the season, all these teams are going to wind up in the same sectional. North, East, Superior. So while they don't count as conference games, they definitely are important to determine your postseason fate. Lifted high in the air to center. Barrow's going back. He's got a beat on it, and he makes the running catch. So 2 down here in the east half of inning number 6.
Well, no, it's the second time today. He's really put a charge into one. He had a double over the center fielder's head earlier in the game. That one just kind of hung up there, and Barrows was able to chase it down.
Ethan Lopnow now 1 for 3. Here's Kyler Barth, 0 for 1 officially. Walked his last time up.
Well, Brett Williams trying to make quick work here in the top of the 6th.
Delivers a strike. Yeah, all 3 of the right-handers that have thrown today for North, Brusewitz, Buckman, Williams, get the ball, throw it. Don't take a lot of time out there on the mound. That one missing low and away. 2 balls and a strike on Barth, who's trying to keep this inning going. Two balls, 2 strikes. Despite trailing in this game, East has not been retired. 1-2-3 so far in this ball game. Breaking ball misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And that's going to be a walk to Barth. So again, East has not been retired 1-2-3 in this ball game. That'll bring up Tyler Stashik.
Well, that's one of those positives, like you talked about, that Coach Winter can take away from the game. You know, they battled at the plate. They found ways to get on, did not go down 1-2-3. We talked about several times they've had runners in scoring position.
Pop up off the bat of Stashik, and Brett Williams makes the grab. Lumberjacks retired in their half of the 6th. Huskies coming to bat. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you 2 get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
And welcome to Balanced Health by Dana. My name is Dana Besson, nurse practitioner for over 18 years, and I am here to help you achieve optimal health. Do you struggle with anxiety, unexplained weight gain, brain fog, joint aches or pains? I specialize in bioidentical hormone replacement therapy to help restore balance and achieve your overall well-being. Call or text me today. I offer free consultations. I offer in-person visits as well as virtual visits from wherever you are. Take the first step to feeling your best and call me today.
Yep. Bottom of the 6th inning from Carson Park. North Huskies will send up 3-4-5 in their batting order. Zach Shipman, Cam Buckman, McCabe Tessing-Ritter, the scheduled hitters, to face Connor Lemerond, who's about to start his 3rd inning of work. And Lemerond is done the job on the mound. He's kept the Huskies off the scoreboard.
Yeah, he had a 1-2-3 inning there in the bottom of the 5th, and that is the only half inning that's gone 1-2-3.
Zach Shipman 1 for 3 with a run scored. That base hit was a single, came back in the 1st. Huskies would need to score 4 times this inning to end the game via the run rule. Hard hit ball, and it gets past the first baseman Lopnow. Shipman getting his second hit of the game.
Yeah, just another laser. Barrows had one end lasting, but it was right at the shortstop. This time Shipman hits it just to the right side of the first baseman, who cannot corral it.
And we talk about that right side being the sun field, so that made things doubly tough there for first baseman Ethan Lopnow. Here's Cam Buckman. And Shipman will get to second on the wild pitch. That time Lemeron bounced one up there and Gage Stockwell couldn't knock it down. Throw back to seconds, and Cam Rye had to go up and get that one. One-zero pitch to Buckman. Oh, big swing.
Fooled on the off speed right there.
Yeah, we've talked about his parks ever since the dimensions of this park changed when the Eau Claire Express of the Northwoods League moved here in 2005 and put the fan deck up. You're a left-handed hitter. You can't help but think of that short porch out there and right. Buckman bounces out. Lopnow, the unassisted put out over there at first. One down, Shipman moves to third, and here's McCabe Tessing Ritter. And East will play the infield up.
You know, the one kid that's really stood out well for Wausau East is that catcher, Gage Stockwell. He's got a big double. He's really done a nice job behind the plate. He's come close to a couple times of throwing runners out.
Tessing Ritter to center, and that ball is traveling, and
That's
it's over
going.
the head of James Dennis. Shipman will score. Tessing Ritter pulls into second base with an RBI double.
Easy stand-up double. Crushed that one to center field.
Sparks, that's another ball that was hit to the outfield that just kept carrying.
Yeah, it's been strange today to watch those things you take off, and you're thinking they've got a beat on them, but, boy, they are just carrying today.
So we'll get a courtesy runner for Tessing Ritter.
He's 2 for 3 on the day with a walk.
Aiden Schoonover doing the duties down there.
Yeah, Schoonover's been out there 4 times. Tessing Ritter's reached every time he's been up.
Brett Williams, the batter.
It's his first time at the plate today as he came in for Bruzewitz.
Hard hit ball to short. Cam Rye has it. The throw sails high. Coming in to score is Schoonover. And Brett Williams is aboard.
Tell you what, Schoonover did one of those cardinal sins, though. That ball was hit in front of him to the shortstop. Shortstop should have made that play to third base and gotten him the lead runner right there. That's one of those that you've got to let go through and get back to second base. But instead, shortstop lets him go, makes that long throw across the infield and throws it away for their 5th error of the day.
Here is Cashton Kynes. Kynes 1 for 2 officially. Was hit by a pitch back in the first inning.
And a courtesy runner now for Williams as he's the pitcher.
Ashton Kata is the courtesy runner. (10-2) Huskies.
Kynes 1 for 2 today with a single and a hit by pitch.
And he does represent the winning run here in the bottom of the 6th. Driven in the air to left. But Kyler Barth had that one played well, and he makes the catch.
Kynes put a good swing on that one. It was hit hard, but just right at the left fielder.
That'll leave it up to Landon Connect. 1 for 2 with a run scored. Also reached via an error. So I'll correct myself. He's 1 for 3. Connect takes a strike. Count is 1-1. Connect, another one of those multi-sport guys. Played football and basketball for the Huskies. Two balls and a strike.
Lemeren's only given up one walk here through 2 2/3 that he's throwing. Falls by in here, though, 3-1.
Good hitters count for Landon Connect. And Connect is aboard via the walk. So first and second, 2 down. And it'll be Nick Tyson coming to bat. Tyson batting for Matthew Poppy, who is 0 for 2. Also had a sacrifice bunt, did Poppy. First and second, 2 down. Winning run over there at first base. Another good play behind the plate by Stockwell, the catcher.
Well, Tyson up on a count here, 2-0. He's looking for something that he can really hammer into the gap, maybe end this thing.
Huskies have pretty good speed on the base paths. He'll take a strike. It's 2-1. That one inside, 3 balls and a strike.
Tyson's got to be selective here if it's only a pitch he wants to hammer. Ooh, a little early out in front of that one.
Yeah, got on top of that one. Yanked it foul, so 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be in motion.
Yeah, even now, better chance to score anything that's in the gap. Like you said, on the move with 3-2 and 2 outs.
Lemerine has his sign. Tyson pokes that one the opposite way, and that's going to wind up on the fan deck.
Well, the runners forgot that it was 3-2 and 2 outs. So they kind of anchored there and got a late jump. But coaches are letting them know this time.
Yeah.
Let's get it moving.
Hard hit ball, left side, and it gets through. 1 run is going to score.
A base knock single there for Tyson.
So the Huskies add to their lead. And that moves the winning run to second base.
And Levante Bean up. He's only been retired once.
Bean had that 2 RBI double in the third. Also had a single and a run scored in the second. Walked and scored in the first. Bean takes outside. 11-2 Huskies. Looking to wrap this thing up in 6 innings.
Yeah, any kind of base hit to the outfield should end this with good speed at second.
Bean takes a strike. Big swing by Bean comes up empty. Lemeron got him to chase. That one sails outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one gets to the backstop. Runners will move up now. Winning run standing at third base.
Yeah, a lot of different ways to win it now, right? Infield single, error. Just opens up a whole new gamut of possibilities when you move those runners up to second and third.
Bean does have good speed, so with that, the infielders are playing up. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball left side, tough play.
Long
There's the
throw.
And they got him.
Oh, nice arm.
What a job, Cam Rye, keeping this game going. The Huskies, Joe, do score 3 more runs. We head to the 7th inning with North leading Wausau East by a score of 11-2. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Top of the 7th inning here from Carson Park. Last call for Wausau East. Lumberjacks trailing Eau Claire North 11-2. East will have 9-1-2 in its batting order. And they will face the right-hander Brett Williams, the 4th pitcher for the Huskies to throw today. Mason Bruzewitz started. They brought in the lefty Gavin McMullen. Cam Buckman pitched an inning. Now Brett Williams on for his 2nd inning of work. He'll face James Dennis. Dennis 0 for 2. We'll be back to the top of the order for the Lumberjacks. Dennis takes a strike. That one misses outside. Dennis wouldn't chase that one.
Yeah, good pitch, though, by Williams. Make it a competitive 0-2 pitch. Make it close enough where they got to think about it. He comes right back with the breaking ball. Gets him.
Swing and a miss. One down here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order for the Lumberjacks. Here's Mav Ekstrom looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. Eau Claire Memorial playing over at Wisconsin Rapids today. Old Abe's leading that one as they're in the bottom of the 7th, 8-0. In another matchup of Big Rivers versus Wisconsin Valley.
Yeah, real nice job by the Old Abe pitching staff if they can put up a 0 against the Rapids.
One pitch. Ekstrom able to hold up on the swing there, so count is 2-1. Still have a very light breeze here at Carson Park. Chopper to third. Connect has it. Strong throw. That sails on him. But good hustle by the catcher, Tessing Redder, plus the ball took a carom off the fencing down there. So Ekstrom will hold at first.
Well, that's just the second error of the day for the Huskies. Comes here with one out in the 7th.
Good strong throw by Connect, but it kind of sailed on him.
Yeah, that one just took off. You're right.
So now Gage Stockwell coming to the plate. And Stockwell, pair of doubles, scored a run in the 5th. He also was hit by a pitch, so he rolls one down left side. Play will be at first. Good job by Shipman, the shortstop.
Boy, he took his time and almost didn't get him in there. The Stockwell's hustling down the line.
It's another one of those that they could have gone to second, but the ball wasn't hit that hard, so you take the sure.
With you saying that, I'm going to go with Connect should have cut that off. That's that third baseman coming across. Anything he can get to, he needs to. He could have come across, cut that off, and gone to second for that lead runner. And he just kind of slowed up and gave way, and that's why it made it pretty close at first base.
And again, Sparks, that's one of those plays that you can't work on in a gym.
That's tough. You're right. That's one of those learn as you go here.
You have to get through some game situations. 1-0 pitch now to Cam Rye. And it's a ball and a strike. Cam Rye 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts. Ground ball up the middle. Shipman ranges over, knocks it down. The throw. They got him. Zach Shipman staying with it.
And showing off the arm strength there to get him.
Over. And the Lumberjacks are retired. So this one is a final. Huskies win it by a score of 11-2, 11 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for North. The Lumberjacks, 2 runs on 5 hits. They committed 5 errors. Sparks, all in all, that's a pretty solid start for the Huskies today.
Yeah, absolutely. You take that any day. You can get 11 hits on your first outing. You'll love to do that. You limited the number of errors. You only had 2. One of them coming here late in the 7th with pretty much the game out of hand. But the pitchers did a great job coming back off that. They only had 2 walks, is what I've got in my scorebook for the Husky pitchers, and that's great. So they only gave up 2 walks. They struck out 9 on the way. So just a good execution, by the Huskies, and just playing solid all across the board.
Huskies win their opener. They are 1-0. They are scheduled to be back here Friday at Carson Park. They will host Superior in a non-conference doubleheader. Wausau East drops to 0-1 on the season. Solid start for the North Huskies. Pitchers did their job. Hitters made contact, and defense made plays when they had to. It all adds up to a win for the North Huskies. Coming up next, the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. That is coming up next. You are watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Of course, now I can't. All right, welcome back to Carson Park. The North Huskies winners today over Wausau East by a score of 11-2, joined by leadoff hitter Levante Bean, starting pitcher Mason Brusewitz. Mason, let's start with you as far as your pitching. 3 innings pitched, just 2 hits, no runs allowed, 7 strikeouts. What was your game plan going in, and how did you think you executed?
I think I executed pretty good. I just wanted to pitch into outs, make my defense work, and let them work behind me.
You know, one of the things Coach Parker and I have noticed about you over your career is that you like to work fast. And especially on a day like today, I'm guessing your fielders appreciate that.
Yeah, I definitely like to work fast, get hitters off balance, make my pace work better, and just pitch better in general.
You also had a double. And speaking of hitting, Levante Bean, you had a double. You had 2 runs batted in, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. Setting the table like leadoff hitter supposed to do. How did you feel that you played today and as an individual and as a team?
You know, I feel like I did a good job. I'm always grateful to play. You know, at the start of the season, I didn't know if I was going to have a chance to play with some injury stuff. So I'm always just grateful with how I play. And every time I get an opportunity to play, our team did great today, and I'm really proud of them. So, yeah, overall great game.
And for you guys, just be able to set the tone, to win that opener. You got a good feeling now. You go back to practice for a couple of days, scheduled to play another one here on Friday. What's kind of the outlook for the rest of the week?
You know, we celebrate this today, but it's right back to work after the win. We got to focus on the next 2 games that we got. We got a doubleheader. It's going to be something hard, and we're going to face a little more competition. So we got to do better. Even though we did good tonight, we celebrate, but we're back to work.
For you guys, I mean, the North program's had a lot of success over the years. This year's team, you got a lot of guys who've gotten experience at the varsity level. Now you're coming back. What's kind of the outlook, or what are some of the goals for this year's team?
Definitely work together. I mean, we got a lot of guys. We got a lot of positions to fill with a lot of our seniors from last year leaving. I mean, we just got to work as a team, play as a team, and just win.
You guys are the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. Remember how that works?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to give that to you as soon as Dominic gives you the thumbs up.
Yeah,
Then
you know what you
guys
say.
can take
I say
it.
my name, your name, and then the house. I'm Mason Bruisewitz.
I'm Levante Bean.
And we're in the house.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We will see you back here on Friday when you guys host Superior.
Yep, thank you.
All right, well, good luck to you guys. We'll see you then. So that'll do it for our coverage tonight. For color commentator Dave Sparger, for producer-videographer Dominic Millay, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire.